These are very erratic times, and on behalf of the President of the Republic, and for myself in particular, I'm eternally grateful, first, to the leadership of the New Patriotic Party and the majority leadership and caucus of Congress in Parliament. I thank you on your decision yesterday to participate fully in the process of passing this budget. And to quote, you stressed how I could also mindful you are of the timeliness regarding in the advancement of Ghana's case in the negotiations with the fund. I thank you. I wish to assure this House of my strong commitment and unflinching cooperation in our collective efforts to secure an historic IMF program very soon, a program that would assist the country in its post-COVID republic. Our democracy is richer for it. Let me quote Simon Bolivar. In the unity of our nation rests the glorious future of our peoples. It joins us to remember Nehemiah when he said, "Let us rebuild the walls of Jerusalem and will not be in disgrace." And the people replied, "Let us start rebuilding." So they began the good work. The economic history of our country, while we continue to deal with the devastating impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, which led to significant reductions in our revenue and increased our expenditures enormously, we also have had to contend with the double jeopardy of the Russian-Ukraine war. What was resulted in unprecedented. In the midst of these really challenging times, Parliament has in many instances supported government's programs presented to this House. The eventual passage of the E-Levy Act, the Fees and Charges Act, the Exemptions Act, and the $750 million Afri-Exim loan. Among exceptional challenges that the electronic levy bill encountered months before it was passed also attest to the challenges that we must be mindful of going forward. Mr. Speaker, I also wish to express a deep appreciation of government to the various stakeholders, including employers' associations, labor unions, civil society, and think tanks in the media for the support we received throughout the year, as well as the inputs that have informed and enriched our policy choices. It is, Mr. Speaker, when God's people live together in unity, the Lord bestows the blessings. Finance the transformative agenda of government and sustain the post-COVID-19 recovery. However, what started as a political disagreement over revenue measures in this House triggered a series of events that significantly undermined the credibility of our budget, consequently the closure of Ghana's access to the international capital markets, tightening domestic financing conditions, and increasing cost of borrowing. The combined effects of the developments contributed to the rapid depreciation of the cedi and compounded the high debt service level. In our administration, we did not have the foreign currency to complement our foreign exchange earnings. We have had to make strenuous efforts to meet our, which exceeds $10 billion annually. Considering our low foreign earnings, it has been difficult to meet our import requirement month. At the same time, Ministry of Finance still needs to find about $1 billion annually to keep our lights in our homes and workplaces on. Mr. Speaker, the demand for foreign exchange to support our unbridled demand for imports undermines and weakens value since the beginning of this year. Compared to the average 7% annual depreciation of the cedi between 2017 and 2021. The current year's depreciation, which is driving the high cost of goods and services for everyone, is clearly an aberration. Diesel currently above 20 cedis a litre, and petrol 16.8 cedis a litre, has led to increases in prices of most goods and services. Inflation, which we managed to bring down from 15.4% at the end of 2016 to March 2020, is now 40.4%. It is not only the individuals and households who are adversely affected by the depreciation of the cedi. For us at the Ministry of Finance, the depreciation of the cedi seriously affects our ability to effectively increase by 93 billion Ghana cedis this year alone due to the depreciation of the cedi since the beginning of 2022. Even as the state struggles to raise sufficient revenue, high inflation to eat away the already meager wages of the average Ghanaian and transform this economy and build resilience. Mr. Speaker, we have been honest with Ghanaians about the economic challenges that the country is facing. His Excellency the President pointed out that never have so many dramatically impact our lives. The current challenges on the back of 2 difficult years since March 2020 have really tested our people and our resolve. We empathize greatly with all Ghanaians for the undue pressures this has put on all of you. We are confident, though, that together and with God on our side, we will turn things around. On behalf of His Excellency the President, let me assure all Ghanaians that government is working to change this negative narrative and demonstrate our resilience as a future. We have demonstrated this many times in our country, but more recently between 2017 and 2019, we have resolved that in the next 2 years, government will work with you all with a restless determination to turn around. Yes, the Black Stars will be playing their first game in the 2022 FIFA World Cup tournament in Qatar. It is clear that we stand united as a nation behind our Black Stars. A successful passage of the 2023 budget, a successful 2022, the most successful. That is winning the cup not only for the country, but for any African side on the World Cup stage. Will I dare say bring this most challenging year to a very successful end. To this, Mr. Speaker, President, it is God's people live together in unity, for God commands the blessings. Mr. Speaker, events since March 2022 to reset our economy through industrialization. Our resolve to reset the economy and restore macroeconomic stability. But to do so, we need the support of the people of Ghana and the cooperation and approval of this Parliament. Significantly expand local production, invest more to protect the poor and vulnerable, continue expanding access to good roads,